I think I got it. Okay. So what we do steps, we're done recording now. I'm ready to put 7x plus 2y equals 8 into slope-intercept form. So the first step that you did, who wants to offer what the first step that they did is? Okay, I think Cody, I was giving you that opportunity for one night. What is my first step?
Subtract 7x from both sides.
Okay, subtract 7x from both sides because the goal is to get the y's by themselves. And then eventually it'll only have one y, right? Not a bunch of them, or negative ones, or anything in it. So we have, is 8 minus 7x 1x?
No.
Why can't I do that?
Because it doesn't have a variable behind it.
Yeah, they're not like terms, are they? 8 is a constant, 7x is a variable term. They're not like terms. They cannot be combined, so instead we just write it as 8 minus 7x. What's another way some of you might have written that?
2y plus 7x plus.
Oh, can I have it? Yeah, you're also talking today. Awesome. Hey, Clara, what's the one? How did you write it?
Question: why wouldn't the negative, why wouldn't we put 7x in front of the 8?
So in other words, could we write this? I kind of think the question is, could we write it as 7x minus 8 instead?
I thought negative 7x was 8.
Oh, so Claranne is saying, can we write it as negative 7x plus 8? Would we be changing what it means? She's right. We could write this as, so we have the option of writing it as 2y equals negative 7x plus 8. So if you wrote it that way, that's okay. It's another way.
8 plus negative 7x.
Yeah, we also knew that last year we would change subtraction to add the opposite. So when we changed that subtraction to add the opposite, now we have 8 plus a negative 7x, which that's the reason Claranne could do what she did, because addition allows them now to trade places, doesn't it? So now that negative 7x and that 8 can trade places if you would like it in that format. Okay, so anybody have any other ways that they tried to write that? Okay, or I'm going to, Claranne, you should be able to just keep working with yours the way it is, and we should all still get the same answer, but I just only want one way in my notes here. So what was the next move on your paper? Dante? Divide all the numbers, every term by 2. We cannot just do the ones that look friendly and say, I'm only going to divide the 8 by the 2 on the other side because it's nice. I have to do whatever I multiply or I divide on both sides. I have to do it to every piece on that side, every piece. So I divide everything by 2, and then I end up with the y is a 1y, which we can leave the 1 off, right? 1 times something is the something. 8 divided by 2 is 4. Negative 7x divided by 2. Negative 3.5 x. Okay, now would that be a useful way for us to write it? I am not disagreeing with you that negative 7 divided by 2 is negative 3.5. But is that a useful way to write it? You know what? Yeah, instead of changing it to its mixed number name, we want to leave it as an improper fraction. Why? Yeah, because this is the slope. This is going to represent our slope, isn't it? We need rise over run. If we had negative 3.5, then we'd have to take that and we'd have to put that over 1. And we'd go up 3.5 and to the left 1 to use it for a negative. Or we'd go down 3.5 and to the right 1. I'm not saying we can't use it that way, but is that what you want to do? Do you want to go up and down 3.5? No, it's much friendlier to go up and down 7 and over 2, isn't it? Okay, so we're going to leave this as negative 7 halves x. Okay, so what's our m and what's our b?
M is negative 7.
Okay, m is negative 7.
B is
No, it isn't. Michaela? Negative 7 over 2. Which means then, if we have a negative slope, first of all, when we're done graphing this line, remember you should always stop and ask yourself, when you're done graphing, does the slope that I got, does the behavior match the sign of the slope? So what should the behavior of this line be? Should it rise from left to right or fall from left to right? it should fall from left to right because it has a negative slope. What are the two ways we can use this negative 7/2? What's one way? Noah?
Up 7 to the left 2.
And to the left 2, okay? So we use the negative sign up for the run. We go in a positive direction for the rise, and then we have to use our negative up for the run. Or what's our other option? What's the other option here? What's the other option here? Instead of going up 7 and then left 2, what's the other thing I could do? Yeah, down 7, right 2. So we have both options. Go ahead and get this line graph. Use your straight edge, your line, your ruler as a straight edge to draw the line. Hopefully the B. Oh, we haven't got a B yet. What's our B? What's our starting point? 4. Okay, B is 4. Okay, go ahead now and wrap it. Can you make 3 points on this one? So you get to get by with 2 because you don't have enough grid lines to do it in another one. So go ahead and draw your line. Stop and ask yourself before you go through the next step, because you know what? If you stop and ask yourself now, you might save yourself a whole lot of trouble in the end. Does the behavior of the line match the sign of the slope? Negative slope, falling line from left to right, so we like it. Okay, then let's get the other one. Well, the other one's going to be a lot easier, isn't it, to get into slope intercept form. We have negative 2y equals 6. The one step, what are we going to do?
Negative 2 by 6 or by both sides.
Okay, I think this is what I heard Kobe say. He says divide negative 2 by 6 on both sides.
Well, both sides.
Kayla? Divide negative 2. And also we got y. I'm waiting for you guys to say this like you've been with me for a year prior to this, and you are just like so amazing. You can say it and make sense of it. Julia? So we need to divide both sides by negative 2. That's proper language. There you go. Divide both sides by negative 2. The reason being, we want the y alone. The y is being multiplied by negative 2, so we're going to divide both sides by negative 2 to get the y alone. Whatever you do to one side, you have to do to the other side. Whatever your parents give you, your sibling make sure they get the same thing. Okay, so what is our equation in slope-intercept form? Y equals what? Negative 3. Ooh. Challenge is facing us here. Where are the x's?
0.
Oh, so if there are no x's, that means the slope is 0, because 0 times x would become 0. They'd be gone. We wipe them out. So if there are no x's, that means our m is 0. And if our m is 0, do we have a y-intercept here, or do we just stop and say this can't be anything? What's our b then? Is there a b? Negative 3. There's still a constant there, isn't there? Yeah, our b is negative 3. And I heard somebody say, oh, this is a, what kind of a line? Horizontal lines. Remember, horizontal lines have 0 slope. You get from one point to the other. You don't go up or down. You just go across. So this is a horizontal line. So just put that horizontal line. And you only need to make 1 point then. Your starting point. So you make your starting point at negative 3 on the y-axis. And you take your ruler and you draw a horizontal line. Horizontal line. Horizontal line. What kind is this? That's a vertical line. This is a horizontal line. We draw a horizontal line. solution, because for there not to be a solution, what would have had to been true about both of these lines? It'd have to be what? Parallel. So they'd either be two horizontal lines, because they would be parallel, right? Or two lines that have the same slope but different y-intercepts. So we have a solution here. What is it? Or we think we do anyway. 2, -3. So we're going to check our estimated solution. Checking it to make sure that it checks out algebraically. So stop right now, because some of you are already, you've already jumped ahead, and I'm going to possibly have to make you erase. Maybe you did it right. Does anybody remember from last year what I said when we do check problems? We have to. This is not optional, because you're gonna create this I'm doing it right feeling, and then you get to class the next day and it's not right. What did I say when we have to do check problems? Where do we check our answer? Cody?
You said make sure you use the original equation to check for rule.
Make sure you use the original equation, not after we renamed it, not after we got it renamed to help us graph it. We have to go back and check it in the original, because what if we renamed it wrong? If we renamed it wrong, then of course our solution is going to check out in ours, because that's what we got with our incorrect equations. So we have to go and we have to say, what was that equation to start with? Oh, it was 7x plus 2y equals, is it 8?
Yes.
Thank you. And that's where we have to sub into. So we're going to put, what's going in for x? 2. What's going in for y? -3. There's where we have to check it out here. I'm not saying we put it in this slope intercept form wrong and it won't check out in there and we still can get the right answer. I'm saying, you know what if we didn't rename it right? So we always want to check it out here. 7 times 2 is 14. 2 times the -3 is -6. Bring down the equals 8. We're not done yet. We can do something else yet. What can we do?
We can add 14.
And we can add 14 and -6 together. So you have $14, you get $6 away. How much do you have left? $8. We bring down the equals 8. True statement?
Yes.
True statement, it checks. Okay, now we go and we take that other one that started out as -2y equals 6. What do we sub in for x? There's no place to sub in for x. So do we have to? If there are no x's in the equation, can we substitute in an x value? No. So it's okay if we don't have anything to sub in for x. We sub in for what we can, and in this case, we can only sub in for the y, and our y is -3, and so we sub in a -3 for our y. And then we say, I'm not done yet. I can do what? I can multiply. Negative times a negative is a positive, and 2 times 3 is 6. We are so good without our calculators. 6 equals, we bring down our 6 on the other side and say true statement, checks. We are confident that the solution is 2, -3. Okay, questions? We did this last year too.